How soon, as in time frame of dating, would you lend a boyfriend or girlfriend money?
So what you're saying is you going to deliberately date broke people?
What's up, everybody? It's your boy, the Christopher 2H's, and we are here for another episode of Kaption That. For a moment, we have decided to revert to our usual or somewhat familiar format where our guest, the infamous, famous Sid, is here. If all you know, eh? Anyway, go ahead.
And I'm not infamous. Right?
Then where is?
Sitting here.
Not only sitting here, if you know how much titles this one man have, tell them all the thing it is be doing.
Alright, so I know this show usually have artists on it, right? I have a very rare occupation called the artist plus one. This is where I am the plus one. It's a very niche new category. It only come out recently. And so far it's only me. And when I see a couple others trying to do it,
right,
it's had to be like, no, with him. Once you have to do that, you're not really doing your job. Plus one.
You're the Fisher plus one. And you got a paid salary.
Yeah, I had we working on that.
Nice. Well, you also do a podcast or some.
Yeah, I do the 868. When they used to do it, right now they're taking a little break. And besides that, I manage artists. I have Zone. I have a guy called Beanie J from Tobago, and Crazy. Called Crazy. Yeah, really crazy. But he's real vibes. He's a real good art, real good soul. What else I do? I do personal training. If you want to lose some weight, or you want to put on some weight, or you want to just give me some money and see
looks at self.
You understand? You could do that. Right?
Was that a job? I like it. All right then. Well, what you all are yet to realize or will realize soon is that Sid's personality is just as eclectic as mine, even more eclectic than mine. So we have decided to tag team and to answer your questions this week. That's what we're gonna do. So,
this is what we decided.
Yeah, this is what we decided as of today's years old. So let's get into it. So our first question this week is, how soon, quote unquote, time frame for dating would you lend a boyfriend or a girlfriend money?
This is a real question. Or is a warm-up question?
It's the real question that was sent. How soon, as in time frame of dating, would you lend a boyfriend or girlfriend money?
So what you're saying is you going to deliberately date broke people? I'm going to find somebody to lend money and I need to time out how soon I could get her. I prefer you ask me how soon I could get sex. Don't ask me how soon I could give you money.
Caption that. I think.
Yeah. Okay, let me realistically honest.
Yeah, because
it depends. Depend on what's going on in your life. If I now meet you and you're telling me you don't know how you pay rent, well, I am single, right? Because it is too soon for you to not know how you live in, and it's my job to fix that as soon as I.
Yes, ain't nobody got no time for. You know what it is? We don't need.
A couple of years, because if you're borrowing money in a couple of years, that means you're doing some kind of business or some kind of stuff. So if you show me that within dating you could survive for a year, you could get money after that.
Yeah, and what I really don't appreciate is the fact that you don't have money is how it is you introduce yourself at the beginning of the relationship. Well, here it is now. You don't have a bill. Why is that accurate? Why are you out here being a hose villain?
No, but you know, not all, because you know which ones are being stereotypical. Because you know, they really have money and things. And in case, I just think that so y'all don't shoot me, right? Cool. So.
You understand? Yeah. Because I'm here like that can be like a pitch to like, you know, boy, you know, right now.
Good looking but broke.
You understand? Or correct. Or they'll be like, you know, how long I looking at you? I trying to I trying to get with you and stuff like that. And then it'd be like for employment. Facts, you understand? You trying to get with me and then you be like, well, here this, nah, I have no money to come by you. Then why you trying to get by me? Like, do something about that. That is not of God. Right.
But yeah, like a year. If you get money after a year, seek employment first. Yeah.
Where can they find this information in the classified?
You have to be creative. You understand? You be honest with yourself. You look in the mirror and you look in the mirror and you have to ask yourself, would somebody pay to sleep with me? Ask yourself that seriously.
Oh,
and
God.
if the answer is no, look at security work. Look at construction. That things you can do.
All the security people who's my friends gonna hate me. Alright then. The next question that we have. So why it is that a vigil for all missing women not practice? Don't these situations affect us all?
I need that question to prove.
Why is it that a vigil for all missing women is not a practice? Don't these situations affect us all? I don't...
It's for who? Gary? Because we can't answer that.
Well, as I'm thinking, for me, but aren't vigils held? It may not be popular. It may...
They want it to be mandatory.
Well, that's what it appears to be.
People who sitting down within the COVID drinking from cups should know this because that is what we qualify to answer.
Apparently,
right.
You know,
this person blocked that.
No, because I mean, like, this is not where you send this type of question.
Yeah, because we would be in the same stance as you all. It should be done. We have that power. If we had the power to do that, we would not be here doing this. We have the jobs doing that.
Correct. And on that note, I think that is what is going to take us to how we are going to continue with this segment. You understand? There are a lot of things that should be done. Mm-hmm. Let's come up with a list of things
that I think should be done.
Yes, a list of things that you think that should be done.
In which capacity? So I know what direction we're going. What things I think should be done in
Trinidad and Tobago, or do we want to widen the scope? What things should be normal that are not normal? What things should be standard that are not like standard? And what don't we practice that should be very common for us to do? They think that, you know, once a woman goes missing, that you're supposed to host a vigil. I think, how about not have a woman missing in the first place?
Well, you don't control that, but I don't think it should be for women alone. And I'm not trying to downplay anything, but anybody go missing, it should happen for it.
Correct.
Like, well, is a man or is a child but he male or like anybody, because it's equality.
Correct.
We want, not equity.
True.
So basically, we want that to be the standard, but who's going to fund that?
True.
Who's going to honestly follow up with that? Nobody. You understand? We're going to go outside next week, I think. We're going outside for a little bit.
I think that's the intention, to duck work.
Yeah, it's not to duck work, it's to get to leave work legally.
Leave work legally for a cause. Yeah.
That they went outside.
No, but I think that's quite vexing that you know you have to go to that extent in order to get get.
That's how the countries work. Yeah. If you don't be extreme, you don't get any scene. It's come like if you're in a line and you're doing the right things, you probably get bad service, and the people who give trouble or make the most scene
are the ones who get
service. So you have to make a scene for you to get anything done here. And that's the reality. It's not like we like this to happen. No, we don't like it to happen, but it's reality. If you do the right things, things don't work out. And if you make a scene or act ignorant, I guess is the best word, then they do something to quiet you down, which is give you what you want. Why we have to be so in the first place, we don't know, but this is the root.
And that is the root of what is vexing to me. Like, why do we have to go to those extremes in order to get redress but not get redress? It's like you know, you make a bunch of noise and then nothing happens. It's like having a newborn baby. The baby is crying and you know the baby is crying, and then you're like, okay, well, the baby needs to learn to not get lift up every minute, so you leave it.
That's the wrong parents.
But some parents, that's what they tell you. If it is you keep going and picking up the child every minute, you understand, they ain't going to learn to do it without the crying. They're trying to get attention. You understand?
They can't speak. They want to tell you what, but they can't speak.
You understand? Well, I mean, that in an ideal world, but I mean, I understand the argument to some degree. Why do we have to go to those extremes in order to get some type of attention or redress or some kind of things like that? Outside of that, what else do you think is things that should be standard that nobody don't that they don't practice? Like, I would revert to a question some weeks ago where they talk about the after jam etiquette. You understand?
Let's talk about that. I wasn't here last week.
Right. The after jam etiquette, right? I think that there are some protocols that you should put in place.
Continue. The after jam etiquette, this is a thing that exists, or this is you now trying to found this?
No, well, yeah, I'm now trying to found this, right? Hi, my name is Christoph and I'm founded in this today, right? The after, yes, you're part of something. Cheers to us, right? The after jam etiquette, right? If fellas dispose of your used rubbers properly, ain't nobody trying to pass and see that no way. That is gross. Don't just fling it for somebody else. Like, who wants to touch that? You understand? Anyway.
People are flinging. Explain to me what is happening with condoms when fellas don't use it. Because I'm a fella and I know of not disposing and disposing. I don't know about disposing, but not properly. Like, you take a piece of the condom and you throw it out.
Okay, there are some persons who it is would just like throw it in the bin. I think there's a way to treat it. I think you need to wrap it up in some sort of paper or whatever. Put it in something like, it needs to not be indecent.
Yes, and they spoke about it in the NBA because girls were going in the bin and taking out the condoms and taking the semen out of it and impregnating themselves. No, that's a real thing. That's a real thing, and the NBA had a petition to their players to let them know how to dispose of it properly, like what you said. So I thought they will caught on to this. But you're saying it is a different purpose. It is not for not breeding women. It is have nasty men, is what you're saying.
Correct. Right. You understand? But this now gives it context, more context, right? Why there should be something officially called after jam etiquette. You understand? Handle your business
so what
properly.
People who don't use condoms? What is their after jam etiquette? What should happen? Who should make the sandwich?
I don't know, the person satisfied.
If both parties satisfied or both parties not satisfied?
I guess we're making breakfast together.
That is not etiquette, and this is which part chaos this come from. And if you start in the foundation with whoever people feel like that is the reason why people don't send the vigil out. Because we're not setting standards.
Okay, so then what should be the standard? Who it is making breakfast?
Who house it is? If you come by me, right? I should make breakfast. I do what you going through my fridge.
Okay.
You understand? And same vice versa. So if you don't have things to make breakfast, no jam. You have to go by who?
But if it is not in the house, if it's outside of our house, who paying for breakfast?
Who wants a jam? Because most times it's rare for two people to want a jam. It is always be either the man want a jam or the female want a jam and the next person giving you and allowing you the jam for the etiquette to happen. Because it would not have etiquette if you're in a relationship. The etiquette means a trade-off. So you have to decide if I don't really like you, but I need this bill paid.
Okay. Another thing that they should probably add on things that should be common and not common is, maybe I should ask you, if it is I invite you out for dinner, my understanding is that because I invited you, it's my responsibility to pay.
I agree with that totally.
Right?
Yes.
But there are persons who don't think that way. You understand? There are persons who think, well, I invited you to dinner because I want to enjoy your company. The bill should be split.
No. Because I was home. You want my company.
Right.
You don't know my financial situation, and even if my financial situation is great, you want my company to pay for that. It's like if you want to see a movie in these numbers because of whoever actor or any artist or whoever you're paying to see them, you want to see me, you pay, and if I want to see you, vice versa.
Is that across the board?
Across the board.
Okay,
across
because some persons would argue that depending on the dynamic of the friendship.
With your friendship, why you can't go out with your friends? You understand?
Okay, so when it is you go out with your friends, you pay pay your part of the bill for what you doing, or you all?
The plus one as we leave it. I don't pay for anything.
No, because I'm trying to figure out, is it that, there's an unspoken rule, I handle it this time and you handle it the next time.
I handle it all the time.
Who is this guy? Who is this guy?
My house, like, not nice like this house. This is a nice house. The camera can. This is a really nice house. But my house have all the things I like in it now.
Right. So you appreciate the luxury of not having to go anywhere. So therefore, if you want
me, I am coming. But put me on the list as the plus one. I'll come and you let me know if it have free drinks, if it have food, wait, how I need to walk with. Because I have all the things so. If I can't come in with that, then I cap up.
What do you want these people to know before we go?
I want you to know to look for me on Instagram at Sydments. That is not. What's my name? Yeah, Sydments. That's because I was drinking too much
water.
Yeah, just that. And you could find me at Gold's Gym in Marval if you want some fitness or you just want to see me. You understand? Call quick. I think that's it.
And that's it. All right, folks. Well, thank you so much for having time with the captain of the SPU and the captain of the Plus One Central. All right, we will see you next time for another episode of Kaption. Peace out.